Hello guys, welcome back to Lexi's Tarot Card Reading. So today I will be talking a little bit or a lot about myself today. I want y'all to get to know me a little bit more. I also want to share this with y'all so it could reach anyone who may have gone through this and may help them heal or is going through this, to give them some strength at this moment in time. So this story, is real life, what happened to me. It's really hard for me to talk about. It triggers me, it makes me want to cry, so I had to write it down. I just wrote it down. I was like a few hours writing it down, trying to come up with the perfect words to be able to explain to y'all what happened, how it happened, and what's happening at the moment. So I have it in my book and I'm going to start. So let's get right straight to it. It's 13 pages. I made a summary of what happened to me. Yeah, let's get straight to it. So this is my story. My name is Alexa. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. I am 22 years old, and I'm going to give y'all a quick summary of who I am, where I come from. I come from a very dysfunctional family. My father is a drunk, and when we were in the same household living, he would be abusive towards my mother. They separated and I moved with my mother, and there I met my predator. Long story short, I was raped. I developed Stockholm syndrome, where you fall in love with your abuser. So at the age of 12, I got pregnant with my son, and I left my hometown to live with my predator. Once I got to Mexico with my predator, I endured emotional and physical abuse for 3 years before I had the guts to leave my baby father. I didn't know I was dealing with someone from the mafia. I know I was dumb and naive, but then again, I was only 12 years old. So I was being captive and held against my will, and I didn't realize until I wanted to leave. Before all that, let's get back to my predator. So when he raped me, I was only 12 years old and he was 25 years old. When we lived in Mexico, I found out he was a hitter. He would punch me, slap me, etc. He almost killed me being pregnant with his son. And I thank God every day that he was there to protect me and spare my life. He had choked me while he was on drugs because I was confronting him about something. He choked me until I blacked out. I thought I was going to die. After that incident, I wished I had died because I couldn't deal with the abuse any longer. That I had gotten a knife to cut my wrists to commit suicide. Until this day, I suffer depression and anxiety. After I had left that monster, I suffered nightmares about him hurting me in my dreams. So back when I was living with him, I had gotten pregnant. I would be in this room all day alone. All day alone, and he would be gone. He would travel to McAllen to make money, supposedly provide, but in reality, he would use that money for his drugs and paying prostitutes. Mind you, I didn't know none of this at the time until I heard from some people, and they exposed this to me about him. So he would use all this money or whatever on whatever he wanted, and we didn't have groceries at home, or I wouldn't have milk for the baby. The baby would always be crying from being hungry and stuff like that. I really suffered a lot. I had lots of trouble, and I also found out from his disloyalty when I saw a hickey on his neck. Long story short, I am skipping some vital information to not blast that person out there, because that's not my intention of this story. So the last straw was when I found him with his lover, who I come to find out that he was cheating on me with since we moved to Mexico. This woman who had already 5 kids from another man and was a prostitute. And to add to that, he knew where she would work as a prostitute, what bar she would work at a prostitute. He had showed me. Like I said, there's lots of things that I'm not saying because it's a long story or whatnot, but I am here summarizing it, the most important parts that I think that are important. Loyalty is a huge thing for me. That I found him taking this woman to the hotel. I decided to grab my daughter and son and walk to the border. Let me add that day was my birthday. I was going to have my quinceañera, aka my 15th birthday party. I had a horse, I had invitations already sent out. I had a group that was gonna play at my 15th, at my birthday party. And so I had to walk to the border because his family didn't want to drive me to the border. They didn't want me to go. They didn't want to help me. I grabbed my double stroller with my son and daughter and started walking. I was walking for hours and it got dark. I got to a gas station and I started to look for a ride. I was trying to get someone to stop to give me a ride, but no one was stopping. So at the gas station, I saw this dude there that I thought was a worker, but come to find out, he was from the mafia also. I told him if he could give me a ride to the border because I wanted to leave Mexico. He said he couldn't at the moment, but until morning. So he bought me some tamales for me and my babies, and he told me to wait in the gasoline store until morning. I didn't trust him, but I said okay. He told the cashier that I was going to be there until morning. About an hour later, my baby father finds me and puts me over his shoulder and throws me in his car and drove off. The dude I had met, who was affiliated with the gang of the Zetas, the most dangerous Mexico's drug cartels, he called his boss and they came and stopped us. There were 3 trucks with full of gang members and huge ass guns. One of the gang members got off with his big ass gun, opened the driver's door, pointed the gun to his head, and told him to get out. So this gang member got off and he pointed this big ass fucking gun. It looked kind of like a I have to look up the name for it. Somewhat like a rifle, okay, but it was not a rifle at all. My baby father got out and another gang member got into the car where I was at and told me that they're not bad people, that they only kill people who cross them. So they actually took us to a park that I knew. It was actually where I walked from. That was where I was living at. They took us to the park there because that's where I guess they hang out or they trap out, whatever. And so the gang boss came to me and asked me something, and I said yes. He had asked me, is this man bothering you? I said yes, I'm trying to get away from him. And they started whooping his ass, and they whooped his ass until he literally went to the hospital and he lost pieces of his ass. Okay, talk about karma. Okay, then it says the gang member gave me his wallet and car after he got his ass whooped and left me at the border. So thankfully the gang member gave me my ex's car, wallet, ID and everything, and he left me at the border. You know, thankfully I didn't get hurt, didn't try to kill me or anything like that, or you know, abduct me and my kids. And then I got to the border with tears in my eyes. I returned back to Mexico because I didn't have identification. So when I got to the border, they told me I had to walk back because I didn't have a passport or anything, and I only had like 200 pesos. That's like $20 in Mexican money. And they said I have to go to the Council of Mexico, the American Council, that's what they call it, I believe. And there I met a lawyer. He was so handsome. He was like he helped me, you know. Without an identification, I wasn't even allowed to enter the office. I wasn't even allowed to enter the office, but he was sweet and kind to help me out, to get my kids documents and get me documents to cross the border. He contacted my mother, and my mother came to help me, to pick me up from the border. And I was only 15 years old when I was able to leave Mexico and leave my predator. So I left lots of stuff out and tried to select the most important parts out, because if I were to go into detail, we would never finish. But I will be answering 50 questions that I feel are like good questions to answer. And if y'all like this story time and would like more similar stories, subscribe and hit the like button. But let me tell ya, I'm not done with my story, and I hope soon I can make another video of the rest of my story, and where I'm at now, and give you an update of where I'm at now. But yeah, like, just thinking about it and speaking about it, it makes me anxious. It makes me nervous, and there's a lot of things that I am keeping out because it was this person who was very close to me that allowed this, and I just don't want to put her out on blast like that. And it's just a lot of things that y'all are missing out that happened between those 4 years that I was with my predator, my abuser, my rapist. So just to come to a conclusion, I was raped at 12 and I was taken to Mexico, and thankfully to the gang members, the Zetas, y'all could search them up. Thankfully they didn't kill me. They helped me to cross the border, and I thank God, I thank God that they helped me and my kids. And when I actually got into Mexico, I found out that those people are very humble. I am appreciated, and I feel good around those people. Most of them Mexican people population are humble, and I'm glad I was able to meet those kind of people, because here people are not so humble here. And I believe it's because over there, they have less and stuff, and they know how to like how to share and how to be in family and stuff like that. But yes, so I shared my story, just a quick like story summarized for those who may be going through this or has gone through this. And because I was in a moment in my life where I felt like I was the only one going through this, and I would ask God why. And I hope that I could like meet someone with a similar experience where I could like relate to, because not everyone gets raped, not anyone has kids at the age of 13. So I just want to feel like I'm not an outsider, like a stranger. And it would be nice, to talk to someone who has gone through kind of the similar experience as me, because I feel like I could relate with that person, and I could like be more open up. Like, it would feel like a different experience, because when you speak with someone who hasn't gone through that, and I speak from experience, when you speak to someone about one of your problems that they haven't gone through, or a life tragic story, they're not gonna relate, because I cannot relate to people who has gone through like some kind of experiences. But since I'm an empath, I always cry, so I feel the other person's pain. So I can't say I can't relate, but like I couldn't imagine myself going through that, or putting myself in reality in that person's shoes, because it hasn't happened to me. You know what I'm saying? It's just it feels different to talk to someone who has gone through what you've gone through than to talk to someone who hasn't gone through what you've gone through. Like, I feel like people who has been in your shoes feel it more. But yeah, I mean, I'm open, and like I said, I'm an empath. I'm a light worker. This is why I'm doing this, so I could bring some light to men, women. It could happen. Anyone can be abused. I was abused since I can remember, and stuff like that. But I'm just trying to bring some light into people's life, and show some kind of hope, and let you know, ever since I left that person, I was able to escape. I am in a such better place, even though there was lots of repercussions. I dealt with lots of like repercussions, like depression. I even felt like I had PTSD, but I probably didn't, because I would have dreams about him literally hurting me in my dreams, attacking me like he used to. So and I had a downfall also. I almost committed suicide again, you know. And so I started going to therapy. I started drinking some antidepressants, and I was trying to find how to feel happy. You know, I was just feeling so depressed. And right now, you know, I'm feeling good or whatnot. I don't feel depressed like I used to, like where I just wanted to kill myself. But I've been trying to find outlets to my emotions, you know, and this is one way that I feel like it helps me with my depression, my anxiety. I do suffer anxiety, and I just hate it. Meditation helps me, you know, with my depression, with my anxiety. In regards to my anxiety, what helps me is to sit down and put my mind into a blank state and breathe. That's what helps me, like breathe deeply until like that anxiety emotion goes away. Meditating has helped me with my depression. Singing, art. I love art. I love music. I literally cannot live without music. I listen to music every day. And you know, I'm very artistic. I was born in March 16th, 1999, and I'm a Pisces, okay, but I have lots of fire in my chart. My rising is Sagittarius. My north node is in Leo, and my moon is in, I think it's in, my moon is in Pisces. My moon is in Pisces. My Mars is in Scorpio. I really hope I could help someone with this video. So I thank you so much. Bye.